sticking through my craft stash and I was trying to decide what to work on today, what to try to make, to create, and I found this pie pan. I think this is a pie pan. I'm actually not 100% sure. Maybe a cake pan. Anyway, I grabbed it and decided to try and come up with something cute. So you guys will have to let me know at the end of this if you think this is cute or not. I started out with this burlap ribbon and I hot glued it to the front there, as you can see. Cut it down, trimmed it up. I went ahead and did 2 layers of the burlap ribbon because I'm going to, as you'll see here in a second, I'm going to put some floral foam behind it, and I just wanted it to be, you know, not see-through. Then I had this piece of floral foam that was from another arrangement that I had taken apart that I redid, and I was like, well, I'm going to use this up, you know, instead of using the kind that I bought. So I cut this down to size so that it would fit in the cake pan. And then I took some hot glue and glued it onto the back of that. I should have put it on the flat side now that I'm thinking about it, but I was like, well, I want the lumpy side to be toward the back. But anyway, we got that in there. We slid that in there, and then I arranged these little trees. I played around with them for a second to see how I liked them. As you can see there, I was just contemplating. And then I hot glued some tinsel down in there, basically, you know, to use that as like if you were going to put moss down in the bottom of like a floral arrangement. That's what I just used the tinsel kind of in place of that. As you can see, I hot glued the trees in, and then I thought it needed something right here on the front, so I just hot glued a little piece of tinsel right along the front there, and then over top of that I put this little piece of like burlappy beige looking ribbon. And then I decided it needed something else, so I played around here for a minute with a bow. I made the little bow, and then I put it on the top, put it on the bottom, and ultimately I decided to put it on the bottom. But I was showing you guys there that that whole roll of ribbon was $1.49. I got that at Hobby Lobby in like the wedding section a long time ago. It was on sale. So anyway, that was just a good deal. So sometimes check the wedding section for ribbon if you don't already do that. Okay, so then I got the bow all fluffed up how I wanted it. Like I said, I contemplated putting it on the top, but decided to put it right there on the bottom section. Hot glued it on there, and then just trimmed up the tails. And there's a little look at how it looks so far. And then I decided that I needed a way to hang it. So I hot glued this ribbon on to the back, which it ended up falling off. So I ended up using E6000 plus a popsicle stick to just like sturdy it up really well. Okay, and then here's a final look at how it turned out. I think it's really adorable, and it's a really fun way to repurpose an old cake pan that was basically just going to be thrown away. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. Okay, and then moving on to these next 2. These are signs that I took and made from scrap wood. I had a friend just donate these old cupboard doors to me, and so I just decided to use them to make them into signs. And this is just a really fun way, this reverse graphic transfer technique, to make signs without like using your Cricut or a stencil or anything. I love that technique. I was going to decorate the sides of that Hello Winter sign, but for now I just kept it simple. If I don't sell it in my booth here within the next few weeks, I might bring it back home and, you know, redesign it a little bit. But for now I just wanted to keep it simple. And then this same thing here, this one turned out really cute as well. Sometimes these don't turn out as clear, but these turned out really cute. And then I just added these in here. I didn't show you guys how I made these because all I did was glue them together. These were just scrap wood boards from old chairs that I took apart, and I just turned them into little Christmas trees, and I put a little block on that bottom of that one because I just had that in my craft stash. And then that little bottom on that one is from Dollar Tree. It's one of the little pots from spring when they had like the spring little flower pot like mini things. Okay, and then moving on to this hanger, I had a pile of these old wooden hangers. They're very vintage looking. And instead of just leaving them how they are for like a laundry room decoration, I decided to make a few Christmas crafts out of them, make a few Christmas decoration pieces. So on this one, I just took ribbon, some scrap ribbon that I had on hand. I am on the mission to use up my craft stash stuff, and this is how I'm doing it. Anyway, I with that there, I showed you guys that, but I end up taking those little pictures off. Like I took the little girl off and the little deer, and I switched it out because after I made this bow, as you can see there, I'm making just a little crisscross bow with a bunch of assortment ribbon. After I got the ribbon made, I didn't like those pictures with it. So I went through that pile of pictures you can see there on the left side of the screen, and I picked out different ones that I thought flowed better with this bow that I made. So you'll see here in a second. But anyway, it's the same process. Like you can still see how I made it, and you can still see how I made the bow and stuff. But then I just switched out. I just kind of, in the backs of the pictures ended up ripping a little bit, but I just took them off and hot glued the other ones on. So I trimmed up the bow there, as you can see, and then got it all looking cute. And here's how it turned out. And as you can see there, I switched out the cards, but still very cute. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you liked this video, definitely check out some of my other thrift videos or Dollar Tree DIY videos. You will definitely like those if you liked this. Thanks.